Good evening. I'm Robert Hadlock. Leslie Rohde has the night off. As 2012 comes to a close, it's a time to reflect on everything that's happened in the past year. Unfortunately for police officers in Austin, 2012 will be long remembered as the year they lost one of their own. It's also been a year of challenges and changes for the department. And KXAN's Chris Sadeghi spoke today with Chief Art Acevedo, looking back at the past year. And Chris joins us live in Central Austin with tonight's top story. Chris?
Robert, today the chief jumped in a police car, went out on patrol. He says it's a chance for him to meet face-to-face with people in the community and also see what his officers face every single day. It has been a trying 2012, but APD already has some New Year's resolutions for 2013. 2012 was the first in 8 years where an Austin police officer was killed in the line of duty. Jaime Padron died responding to a disturbance call at Walmart back in April. Chief Art Acevedo spoke at 2 different services for Padron and then went back to work leading APD.
By and large, it's brought us all together. I think it's made us stronger.
With a new year coming, Acevedo jumped in a patrol car on Wednesday to get a closer look at the city that he and his officers are trusted with keeping safe.
It's an opportunity for me to be spending time with the community so they can give me input, and also my officers can give me feedback on what their needs are as well.
It's that feedback that led to changes in the past year. A few different policies were changed, including how officers handle animals. That after an officer shot a man's dog while responding to the wrong address. But for Acevedo, the biggest changes are still to come.
But we still have a tremendous problem with property crime, and we still have a tremendous problem with people, the way they drive in this city, that's resulting in the deaths of way too many Austinites.
2012 was the deadliest year for pedestrian accidents in Austin. The chief says making roads safer is vital for 2013.
This upcoming year, I'm really going to be focusing on trying to make sure we have the support staff that we need and the sworn staff we need.
A tough task, especially with a department that's operating 250 positions short, according to a report released in June. Even though the chief won't be taking calls every day, he's taken to Twitter and social media as a way to communicate, and that includes answering criticism.
I will always try to be as transparent as possible, as engaging as possible, and sometimes we're going to just have to agree to disagree.
And even with some of the problems on the road, some of the controversies, the chief points out that when it comes to violent crime, Austin is still one of the safest in the country for cities of its size. Robert, back to you.
Well, Chris, did the chief mention to you what changes could be made to make the roads safer for cyclists and pedestrians?
Yeah, it really comes all back to the staffing. He points out that APD, like you heard him say, is operating below the national average. They did lose some funding when it comes to grants and such a couple years ago, and that led to a decrease in the amount of traffic citations being written, and that may lead to some of the problems. But the chief says in 2013 they're going to try to commit enough sworn staff and support to helping make the roads a lot safer.
Chris Sadeghi reporting live. Thanks.